Okay, so full screen mode. Here we go. So 5 days to sales. So I've created this masterclass just to kind of get back to basics. I think a lot of the times we can really overcomplicate business and feeling like we have to do all the things. And so I've created this. I've done this a lot in my business, and it's been kind of a lifesaver, really. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. So I'm Claire Drake. I'm an online business mentor, which is fairly new. I've always been doing business coaching, but I've always been a Pinterest expert solely. So I am now an online business mentor and helping you to create a profitable and freedom-based business. And I absolutely love what I do. And so this masterclass will help you if, like I've said, you've gotten quite overwhelmed with doing all the things and want a fast and efficient way to get more sales in your business as well. So this is perfect whenever you need a cash injection. Like I said, I've done this quite a lot over the years, and yeah, it's been kind of a savior. And the key message is connection, talking to people. And we're obviously going to dive into that. But at the end of the day, business is personal. And that's the easiest way to get sales. And you build relationships with people. And so that's what we're going to go over in this training. Okay, so my 5 steps to sales. Number 1, offer. We were going to get into all of these things. So number 1 is offer. Number 2 is sales. Number 3 is your transformation. 4, your network. And then the last piece is your 5 days of action. So obviously it's 5 days to sales. And in those 5 days, you're going to take action. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do every day. And it's not going to take a ton of time because we're going to do a lot of prep during this masterclass. Okay, here we go. So your offer. So that is, what are you selling, or what do you want to sell in the next 5 days to get more sales? So I always recommend high ticket. It's a lot easier to sell high ticket because you don't have to have as many sales. So obviously, if you're selling something for, say, 2 grand and your goal is 2 grand for the next 5 days, then you only need one person. However, if you are selling £100 or $100 course, then obviously you need a lot more people to sign up for that. So that's why I always say focus on high ticket, high touch, and it's a really great way to work as well, I feel, because it's very personal. And you can give more in terms of your high ticket as well. However, do choose whatever's most important to you and your business right now. So it could be that something else, which is a bit lower ticket, but you really want to push, then absolutely focus on that. So my example is my new package. So Freedom Unleashed. I'm well chuffed with that name. I don't know how I found it, but and that's my one-to-one 6-month mentorship. Okay, number 2 is sales. So this is really the nitty-gritty of the data and how you can track if this has been successful or not. And so this is your number of sales. So how many sales do you want in the next 5 days? Now, when I say the next 5 days, you can start that from tomorrow. You can start it from like Monday next week. Depending on when you're watching it, you can start it whenever. I would say weekday, but honestly, it's really up to you. I'm going to be doing this the same as well. So I'm actually going to be doing what I'm sharing with you, and I'm starting that on Monday. So I wanted to give you some examples so you can actually see that as well. And so you want your number of sales, and you also want to know how much revenue that generates. So you can really see if things have worked or not. So it's all about the numbers as well. So for example, in the next 5 days, I want to make 2 sales and my package is 2,997. So that's my full pay in full package. And I want 2 people for that. so in the next week, which I think is pretty doable. I mean, so I am hopeful for that. And so I'm really pushing that. And so I know exactly what I need to do for that. And that's what I mean about high ticket. It is going to be a lot easier to get those people in rather than if I was to sell my £17 course or my £67 Pinterest course, you know? So that's why I focus on that. Okay, and the next thing is what you're really selling, and that is the transformation that you are making to people. And there are two parts of this that I think we can not always think about. I think we can always think about the tangible. Okay, what I'm actually selling, what specific thing. But in terms of how it really impacts the person you're helping, I like to break them down to two things. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. However, I like to focus on the emotional, so the less tangible things, and the tangible. So I sell freedom. I help people to get more freedom in their life, with their business, so they can live life on their terms. So that is the emotional transformation that I provide. And my tangible is I help people to grow profitable online businesses through various means, but at the moment I'm really focused on helping people with their online courses. Okay, next is the best one, because this is all about relationships. And that is, like I've said, what business is all about. And it's your network. So who do you know? Now, this can be so many people that you know that you don't even know you know. And so for this, I want you to make a list of 50 people, and they can be Facebook friends, actual friends, in-person friends, family, co-workers, past co-workers, clients, past clients, friends of friends, all of that good stuff. And I think we can forget that we know so many people, or we can get in touch with so many people as well. So yeah, really think about that. The easiest and the fastest way of doing this is go through your Facebook friends. That is what I've done a lot. And Facebook friends who I have a personal connection with. So they could be past clients, past co-workers. I have had jobs. So I do have some people on my Facebook friends that are people in real life as well. People I've met. So all of those things, and Facebook friends are a really fast way, because you can contact them via Messenger, so which is really, really good as well. Yeah, so think about your network, think about 50 people who you could contact, and don't worry too much about, oh gosh, I've got to contact people. Because next I'm going to show you how to do that, how to do it in a really lovely way, really lovely way, non-salesy, nothing wrong with sales, but in a nice sales way, where you are sharing how you can help people and asking for your network's help, rather than saying, do you want to work with me? Is this for you? So the next 5 days, or your 5 days of action, whenever that starts, I want you to make a list of your 50 people, and you're going to contact 10 of those every day. And you're going to say this: hi, their name, hope you're doing well. I'm wondering if you can help me, or wondering if you can help me with something. Either I've just started a business, or I've just launched a new offer in my business, and I'm looking for 2 people who want to grow their online course business, for example. Do you know anyone who might be interested? Thanks so much. So the main things that I want you to think about here is keeping it light, keeping it conversational, asking for their help, and adding your transformation in there. And I'm going to show you an example in the next slide of how I've done that and how I'm going to be contacting people. And honestly, that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. And I know it's going to be Brilliant. So, for example, Alex is someone who is one of my old clients. She is fantastic. I love working with her. We've become good friends as well. And so she's like I'm always going to start with Alex. She is great. So, hi, Alex. Hope you're doing well. Smiley face. Keep it light. Obviously, emojis are great for that. I'm wondering if you can help me. I've just relaunched my business. Literally, I have just done that. You are probably aware of that. And I've opened up 2 spots for my one-to-one package. And I'm looking for people who want to turn their lifelong skills, experience, and passions into a profitable online course. Now, that is my transformation. Now, within that is the emotional transformation of freedom. So I know that people, and not necessarily business owners, so some business owners, but something that I'm looking for as well is ordinary people as well. So yes, people who want to really get that passive income in their business, but also people who probably wouldn't have thought about creating an online course. So it's those 2 types of people. And then, do you know anyone who might be interested? Thanks so much, kiss. Because I kiss everyone. Kisses to everyone. Not everyone, but important people. And it's nice, it's light, it's not too salesy. Now, what happens quite a lot actually when you do this is someone you message is going to come back and say, oh my gosh, yes, that's me. Now, that happens a lot. So you'll see from this, it's not you contacting them saying, are you interested? You're asking them, do they know of anyone who's interested? And I found this to be a really lovely way of just approaching people, really, because it's not salesy. It's not like those messages you get on Facebook. God, I've had so many lately. It's a nice way. And also, because of your list, you're going to focus on people. Probably your main list is going to be people you know fairly well. They're not going to be complete strangers. So you already have that kind of relationship with them. And this is a really great way of doing that. So just to recap, so your 5 days of action from whenever it starts to contact 10 people from your list with that. And that is something that you can create. I'm going to add a slide deck as well, and I'm going to send this out by email. So if you do want to refer back to my example, you can absolutely do that. And so I have a program, I think you might have known by now, called Freedom Unleashed. And I'm actually looking for 2 people. And as I've mentioned, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing as you guys for the next 5 days. But I am looking for 2 people who are looking to create their first or a profitable online course. Now, I know that some people may have online courses, but they're just not profitable. So if you are looking for that, if you know of anyone, then please do DM me on Instagram at Claire Drake Coach, or you can send me an email at hello@clairedrakecoaching.com as well. So now we have Q&A. So I'm going to stop my share and we can have a chat and I can answer any questions that you have. So stop the share. Sally. Lovely, Sally. Hold on, let me check the chat. Oh, good. Emotional intangible has really made you think. Lovely. So I believe if you want to chat, you can. I will. So you can talk with words if you would like, either of you.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Lovely.
Yeah, I popped that comment in, and I don't know if it might resonate with anyone else who watches this as well, because with my courses being about aromatherapy, then I was thinking the first one will be, I'm probably going to do anxiety as the first one.
Hey, I need that.
And and it's really easy to just talk about the emotional bit.
Yeah,
But when you said break it down to emotional and tangible,
yeah,
that really struck a chord. And I thought, oh my goodness, yes, because you actually need to also say to people, well, when you actually stop having all of that anxiety, you will be able to physically do this, or you
yeah,
will be able to progress in that. And
yeah.
I would have missed that. So that has been my golden nugget from your session. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. And if you need any help with that, because obviously I'm someone who suffers from anxiety, so the emotional and the physical. So if you ever need any kind of like case studies or anything,
Thank you.
do reach out. Yeah.
Maybe
So
be my first free person to try this. But no, that was just a really really good nugget. Thank you.
I'm so pleased. Yes, lovely. Donna, it's so lovely to see you as well.
Great to see you too, and good to see you too again, Sally. Nice to be
Hi,
here.
yes, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
it has been. I really appreciated what you shared today. This is something I've been mapping out recently, and I've been using Trello to
Oh,
set up my people and move them
yeah.
along in where I am, waiting on response, or who they know, next best steps or actions. But it's a good reminder. I had it as a 5 by 5. To
Oh,
do like 5 days, 5 people, 5 days, as an ongoing.
yeah.
But I do love even tightening that up to a 5-day action plan, going 10
Yeah.
deep. And I know a couple of years ago, I did something where it was like, I haven't done this before, and
Yeah.
I put a new offer out, and I had 5 people take me up on it. And it was in December of all the times of the year.
Yeah.
I was blown away. But I think that's a good reminder to just, all of these things. And I, like you, I do the emotional and tangible, but I
Yeah.
think really being able to look at, okay, we're going to tighten this in,
Yeah.
to really kind of holding yourself there and
Yeah.
drill in.
Yeah.
And that was a good shot in the arm for me too.
Yeah,
So thank you.
wonderful. And that's
Yeah.
it. It's been really specific about
Mm,
things as well. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. So obviously I'm helping people with online businesses, but my core focus is helping people with online courses for this stage. And I think that sometimes we can kind of be like, this is a general thing that I do. How can we hone it down a little bit? And really touch on the emotional and the tangible for specific things as well, which I found really, really helpful for people, because people can clearly see the results then, which is really helpful. So yeah, lovely.
yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Claire.
Of
Appreciate being with
course.
you.
Lovely to see you both. Do either of you have any more questions?
No, I think that's it. I'm trying to think of 50 people, and I'm thinking of other ways as well, because being right at the beginning of things, and I'm thinking actually maybe what I'll do is pick 5 network groups that I'm in,
Yes.
and write in the way that you've said,
Yeah.
just put something in there, because I've been kind of lurking in the background of
Yeah.
network groups for the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks, thinking I really must get back in, I really must attend the meetings and all of that. And so it's a good opportunity to reintroduce myself, say, coming back, and here's my first thing, do you know anyone who might be interested? So
Yeah, and it's
that's probably how I'll use it,
yeah.
rather than going to people directly.
Yeah.
And also I'm actually going to start, because my courses will be lower value.
Yeah.
So so I'm thinking that would be a good way to do low value, high volume.
Yeah, it's such a good thing, because yes, you can do one-to-one, but in groups as well, where a lot of people are seeing that and asking for help. And what's happened with me before is I've contacted people one-to-one, and they've said, oh, I'll put this in my group. And so that's a similar kind of thing. But actually, if you approach the host of the groups as well, that's a potential of, could I share this? Would you be open to me sharing this kind of thing? And asking their permission, which is a really lovely way then.
Yes,
Of doing.
yes. I think a lot of these groups have one day a week when you can actually promote what you do, don't they? So, and that's, I think that needs to be my plan, is to get to try out this method, which I think is really, it's a really nice method.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I do that. I have a free share Friday in my group, and anything goes. You can post anything, any link. And that thread a lot of times blows up with people's events, podcasts, blogs, offers, whatever it is. And, you know, then people take it offline or whatever, but that strategy of other people's audiences and other people's groups is very powerful. I think it's really even then to say, I'm going to find that one day in that group. And find the groups most aligned to me. And show up there. And I don't do that enough. I need to do that more. People do that in my group as I offer that, but I need to do that more.
Yeah. And I love what you were saying also about the regular of doing this. You know, you can do this a lot more. Obviously, this is like a 5-day challenge, but you can do this every day, ongoing. You know, contact 10 people. How incredible is that? Building those relationships with people. So it doesn't just have to be these 5 days. It can be contact people and constantly say this. And you might have a different course or a different program that you're contacting people about. So yeah, constantly being visible is never gonna hurt.
Well, it's a good way to wrap things up when you've worked with someone. They've just had a really positive experience with you. You know, we can get testimonials and stuff, but who else do you know who might enjoy having the same experience? You know,
always,
right there.
always do that with clients. That's something that I've done a lot. It's really important as well, because if they've had like you're saying, if they've had a really great experience with you, and they may want to continue that, but they probably want to talk about you as well, of all the results that you've provided for them. So yeah, giving them the opportunity to do that.
Thank you, Claire.
Of course, it's so lovely to see you both. And so if there's no more questions, I will send the slides out by email as well, so you have that example, which I'm sure will be helpful in terms of how you can structure. But you know, just do what feels right, keep it conversational, like I've said. That's really worked for me. And just, you know, be genuine. You know, underrated, isn't it? Wonderful. Fabulous. Well, it was lovely to see you both. I will contact you both to have a proper catch up with both of you. But again, I do appreciate all the love that you sent me, and so nice to see you here.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thanks a lot.
See you soon. Take care.
See you soon. Bye both.
Bye.